Balochistan is on fire. A train hijacking, mass killings, and a brutal military crackdown. This region is bleeding and the world is ignoring it. But why is this happening? What's unfolding in Pakistan's most volatile province? Why does Balochistan want independence? Why is Pakistan terrified of losing it? And how is China secretly pulling the strings? Stay till the end because the story is bigger than just an insurgency. Today I will expose the reality of Balochistan, the history of the insurgency, the missing people, and the truth that the Pakistan does not want you to know. But before we dive in, just a small request. Hit that like button, give a gentle tap, don't smash like Pakistan smashes protests in Balochistan, and if you will find this video insightful, hit subscribe. It's free unlike the cost Pakistan pays for silencing violences. And let me know every thoughts in the comment section. Before 1947, Balochistan was not part of Pakistan. It was a separate region ruled by the Khalq state under British control. When Pakistan was created in 1947, Balochistan refused to join. The Khan of Khalq, Mr. Ahmad Yar Khan, wanted an independent Balochistan, just like India and Pakistan. But on March 27, 1948, Pakistan invaded Khalq and forced Balochistan to join through military occupation. Since the day, Balochistan has never accepted Pakistan's rule. Just imagine, what if Pakistan had been forced to join India? Would they ever accept it? No. But why Balochistan wants independence? Number one is exploitation of resources and poverty of people. Balochistan is Pakistan's richest province in natural resources. 40% of Pakistan's natural gas, huge deposits of gold, copper, and oil, the strategically crucial Gwadar port, which China is about to take it, but 90% of Baloch people still live in poverty. No schools, no hospitals, and no jobs. Gas from Balochistan powers Pakistan, but Baloch homes remain in darkness. Number two is military oppression and human rights abuses. For 75 years, Pakistan's army has brutally suppressed Baloch voices. Thousands of activists, students, and leaders have been abducted. These are the missing people of Balochistan. Families protest every day in Quetta, Karachi, and Islamabad, but Pakistan refuses to even listen. Number three, Balochistan Liberation Army, BLA, and the insurgency. The BLA was formed to fight for the independence. They see Pakistan as an occupying force. They attack military convoys and pipelines. Chinese workers sending a message that Balochistan is not Pakistan. Recently, the BLA hijacked a train, held 400 passengers hostage, and launched multiple attacks on Pakistani forces. But why Pakistan is not ready to leave Balochistan? It's simple. Pakistan is desperate to hold on to Balochistan because number one, Balochistan is Pakistan's economic lifeline. Without Balochistan's gas, oil, and minerals, Pakistan's economy would collapse. 80% of Pakistan's coastline is in Balochistan. If they lose it, they lose the Gwadar port. Number two, the China factor and the CPEC. China has invested over $60 billion in Balochistan under the China-Pakistan Economic Corridor, which is also known as CPEC. Gwadar port is China's dream project, giving them access to the Indian Ocean. If Balochistan gains independence, China's investment is gone. That is why China pushes Pakistan to crush the Baloch movement. And if you see the current situation in today's date, in just the last few days, in Balochistan, the BLA hijacks a train holding 400 passengers hostage for 30 hours. A suicide bombing in Khalq targets military officers. Chinese workers under constant threat. Beijing is being frustrated with Pakistan. Pakistan's arrest dozens of Baloch activists, but the protests are only getting stronger. And Balochistan is turning into a war zone. But who is right in this all scenario and who is wrong? If you see, then Balochistan was never meant to be a part of Pakistan. It was taken by force in 1948, and since then Pakistan has treated it like a colony and not like a province. The Baloch people are not just protesting, they are fighting for their survival. The truth is, Balochistan was never Pakistan's to begin with. It is a land rich in resources but poor in justice. Its people have suffered for 75 years and the world has ignored them. Balochistan's demand for independence is legitimate. Pakistan's brutal oppression is unjustified. Killing innocent civilians, whether by Pakistan or Baluch militaries or militants, is never justified. It is unjustified. But Balochistan has every right to demand independence, and Pakistan call it as their internal matter. If Pakistan call it an internal matter, then they has no right to support Khalistan separatists in India. But we know the differences. Khalistan is a manufactured movement, while Balochistan's struggle is 75 years of real oppressions. Killing innocent people, no matter the cost, is never justified. Even if Balochistan has been oppressed for decades, attacking civilians or using violent means cannot be the answer. But here's the reality: when the state refuses to listen, people often take extreme measures. Balochistan's struggle started as a peaceful protest, but Pakistan responded with kidnappings and killings and many other kidnappings and all this. And groups like BLA turned to armed resistance. So, what India should do? India should not blindly support violence, but we must expose Pakistan's crimes and advocate for Balochistan's right to self-determination. Pakistan calls Baloch fighters terrorists, but what about its own terror networks like LET and JEM? If Pakistan justifies supporting Kashmir militancy, then Balochistan's armed resistance is also a response to oppression. India must use diplomatic power to highlight human rights violations, support non-violence, Baloch activists and their international lobbying, expose China's exploitation of Balochistan under CPEC, play the long game to weaken Pakistan strategically. Now that you know the full picture, it's time for you to decide. Was Balochistan ever truly a part of Pakistan, or was it taken by force? And most importantly, what should India learn from this? Drop your thoughts in the comments down below. Let's start a conversation that Pakistan does not want you to have.